Why, hello, and welcome back to Dino Corner Gaming with Stingraptor. How are you all today? I hope you guys are having a good afternoon. We're back in the world of Pokemon. We're hoping we can find the damn Magnemites, considering they seem to elude me every day. Where the hell am I? Easily distractible I is. Okay, let me... I'm sure that I didn't get wonderful stream. We're already going to look at the Pokedex. Yeah, I want to see if I can find something. I am pretty sure I do not have it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I had to look there because that's the only spot that they show that Magnezone shows up naturally. And we're still hanging out in the Mirelands. I guess we do this and then swap over to... Because I want to say we're just about done with this. Oh, yeah, we're... be done in a very short time. Alright, so let's do that. We'll go ahead and finish the Mirelands and then move on to the coastline. Half and half. Torterra. Headlong Rush, Woodhammer. Strong moves. What does it have? Sounds like a lawnmower starting. Oh, I'm pretty sure we're going to get this done in 5 seconds. Probably should also drop our stuff off here since we're here. But yeah, how is everybody's day today? I am having a great day. Is it lightning right now? Huh? No, it's just the lighting. Sorry about that. Had to cough. Fight it! Should be at such a level that typing doesn't matter. Bonk! Don't worry, I got it. Yeah, we're gonna get this done very quickly. It's Hunter! Bonk! So we got a boss of the frog, and then we got a boss of the Haunter. And if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Bonk! Let's go talk to him. If I remember correctly, Torterra is the native one. Like all the other one. I'm a genius, kind of. All of the other ones are the starters for this region, which show up later. The other ones came with us. Or at least I don't think they're native. Unless maybe there's like a relic population. Okay. And we got the Haunch Crow. Was this? I think that's the one for this area. I'll double check. Yep, as elf. Use self-destruct. Alright. Defeated with fairy move, Snarl, Dark Pulse. Can this one even learn Explode? Yeah, we ain't got no luck with Dark Pulse, unfortunately. Well, this one's almost done, so... Let's ride. I think they should be relatively neutral to each other. We'll go ahead and fight this guy that kind of looks like he had a butt for a face. Ow. Boosted it by 2. Not there yet. Soon, though. Something else we're working on is trying to save up money. So that we can buy the refrigerator. Happy, healthy, and let's get going. It is a ghost, so this should do a lot. Why is he up on a hill? You know what? I'm gonna ask questions. Now we run into the slow part. Try and very quickly go up against all the ghosts I can. Perfect timing. Unfortunately, I have to deal with that. All right, problem solved. I mean, I could just stay out. Oh, shit, I don't have it yet. I need one more. No, all the ghosts are gone. They done poofed. Get this guy. Oh, shit, I forgot I switched. Now, hit it harder. Shit. Also gross. We gave it a little bit extra. And for good measure. There we go. All right, let's see. Mystical power, strong or agile? I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for around here. Because a lot of them are... Well, I don't know. As long as we ain't fighting skunkily, I think we should be fine. I can't see. Make sure the one on the other side hasn't decided he wants to attack too. Yeah, we're not fighting him. Peace. See it. Use a strong Vinny move. It's primarily been using agile. Increasing our numbers exponentially. Oh, I guess I probably could work on it if I went the other direction. Let's avoid these guys and try and only go after the ones. You didn't see shit. Wasn't sure what that was at first. Nice. Also, hello, Slime. How are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. We are back for more Corner Raptor gaming. Well, Corner Dino gaming. Get him! We're trying to complete the Pokedex. Which is, this will be the first game that I actually do complete the Dex in. Most of them are kind of difficult because you gotta have 2 games. Kind of difficult to have somebody to trade Pokemon with when you are a dino in the desert in an experimental lab. I'm doing well. Although thinking of Pokemon games, I did get to thinking about the new one that's coming out. I'm wondering if they're going to, like, release information on it, or if they're going to try and keep it a big secret until the game's release. Well, the one that's coming out. What's it called? Wind and Waves. I'm not sure when it's coming out. I've heard rumors it's supposed to be based on Southeast Asia, maybe a resort town of some kind. Kind of hoping we get some more fossil Pokemon, maybe. I doubt it, though, because it looks like it's going to be primary jungle. When are we going to get a Pokemon game that's primarily desert? Yep. So it'll be a little bit. Although I'm kind of surprised they didn't time it for the release for this year. Considering the 30th anniversary and all. Yeah. I mean, it's a strong attack. But something cool that is going on this year for not exactly 30th anniversary. If you happen to be in the Chicago area, they're going to be having the Pokemon Fossil Museum, which is a touring exhibit that they had in Japan, but this is the first time they're having it out of Japan, or, well, first time in America and first time out of Japan. I may or may not be trying to find my way over there. So it has the actual fossil animals that it's based on, and their real world represent And Chicago is specifically interesting because that is the location of Sue, one of the most famous Tyrannosaurus Rexes on the planet. If not the most famous. Dang. Well, I'm hoping they turn it into a bigger, like, actual go round everywhere. Because it sounds like it should be pretty easy to move around. I plan on doing a bit of a combination trip because, I think, if I remember reading correctly, I believe Chicago is also home to the only Type 90 U-boat on display at the Museum of Technology, which I thought was kind of cool. And let's face it, submarines are an amazing feat of technology. All right, I think we are done with our decks for this area, so it means we can go to the Cobalt Coast. Nice. I think the one that's in Chicago is the U505, I think. I don't know why, but I'm just a sucker for one of those, I mean, for the World War II era submarines, because they kind of did look like boats, versus the one nowadays that just kind of look like giant cigars or something. It's all like, oh, underwater boat. That makes sense. Although most combat nowadays doesn't involve shooting at enemies, so they don't need deck guns or anything. So I guess making a giant cigar makes sense, I guess. Submarines are both one spot interesting, one spot terrifying. It's all like, the noise is fine until it's not, but then your mind won't be able to process it when it does go wrong. Ah, awesome. I've heard that about submarines, is you hear clangs, but if it decompresses, it happens so fast that your brain doesn't process it. So technically you would be gone before you even realize something went wrong. So I guess that's kind of a good thing? Kind of? Kind of reminds me of Jurassic, Lost World, the Jurassic Park with the Lost World, where he's all like, oh, you'd be dead before you even realized you had an accident. Yep. I think they said that's what happened to the Thresher, USS Thresher. Explosive decompression. Not good. So we got a Walrun. When did I pick up the Walrun? Okay, so let's flash to him. Where'd they go? They're there. This one, there is a rock that is in the snow area. If you get it near it, you can evolve it. This one's based on friendship. Let me get back to this. Let me get back to Sylveon. This one, just a Firestone. This one's high friendship at night. This one's high friendship during the day. Evolve this one near a mossy rock in the first area you can encounter Pokemon. Well, I forget what the place is called. I'll go to the map and show in a minute. Thunderstone, Waterstone. Now, if you want to get these two without it evolving into this one, you have to make sure that it doesn't have a fairy type move when you evolve it. So a lot of them, when you first get an Eevee, have baby doll eyes, or yeah, baby doll eyes, and it will evolve into Sylveon every time unless you get rid of that move. Other than that, you want the two of them, you just evolve them during the day or night. Now, as for these two, let me go back to the base camp. And I'll go ahead and show you what I mean. I think you can also get some of the evolutions from Rifts, depending. But I think that's mostly Sylveon. So, if you want to get Leafeon, there's a mossy stone in the forest area in this region, the Obsidian Fields. And if you want to evolve Glaceon, there's a frozen rock that's in a cave, in one of the ice caves in this region. And that's all there is. So we're going to go over here. Yeah, I've been trying to complete the Pokedex, and Eevees were the first one of the first ones that I started on. Because I just happened to find like 3 of them. Yep. Because if I remember correctly, the way that you used to get Sylveon wasn't based on friendship. I believe it was based on prettiness, I think. That was back during when it was introduced. I believe that game had like a prettiness meter, because you could evolve certain Pokemon certain ways based on it. I believe that's how Alcremie was, I think. The one that was based on like whipped cream or whatever. Or was that someone else? I can't quite remember at the moment. I know one of them was. I don't think I have this one. I have that one, though. Nice. Unfortunately, my favorite Pokemon's not in this game. My favorite Pokemon is Starmie. It is the starfish with the red jewel in the middle. It's based on a horrific invasive species. Well, I don't know if it's invasive or not. I believe the Crown of Thorns is native to where it's found. They just have a problem of there being, like, thousands of them. Alright, so I'm gonna work on... I think I'm gonna leave him in here for now. And then... do I have Remoraid? I don't think I have Remoraid. Ah, Bulbasaur. So it wasn't the one. I'm going to age myself horribly. My first Pokemon game was Blue, which was released all the way back in the 90s. But my starter Pokemon when I first started out was Bulbasaur, but then something happened to my game and I had to restart it, and I decided to go with Squirtle afterwards, and that's the one that I beat the game with first. Squirtle has since become one of my favorite starters, so giant turtle man. Ironically enough, water tends to be the type that I choose. I need to go get a Remoraid. Okay, let's go. I also need to go get a Spheal. And hopefully the thing opens. Oh. I found it. Silly seal, guys. Although I will say an exception is, so Feraligatr was my Pokemon when I played through Gold. No, it was Silver. I didn't have Silver, I just played one that a friend had. And I went with that one. But the one after that was the first time that I actually chose a plant type. I chose Trico because its final evolution looks like a Dilophosaurus. Skeptile. Okay, we have one Spheal in all of his glory. We also need to go get something else. I almost forgot we're after a Remoraid. By the way, you mentioning that Squirtle fits does kind of remind me that one of the moves that Blastoise learns is Skull Bash, which basically explains how my way of playing video games is. Throw my head at the wall until it works. So yeah, I could see that. Ow. I don't think you like me throwing that at his head. It's hard to ambush things in the water. Although, random factoid, do you know most of the time crocodiles and stuff won't attack things under the water? Probably don't try that, just in case. I don't think you like that. I've apparently made everything mad. I heard they tend to attack things like near the water, like near the water surface. Like they can see underwater, but not the best vision. Granted, they still have the electroreceptors. Not electroreceptors, pressure sensors. You ever look at a crocodilian snout, you'll notice that it's covered in a bunch of black dots. It can actually sense if something touches the water. Even if it's not near it. It reminds me of a shark's lamprey alla Lorenzini. Probably said it wrong. I don't like catching things in the water. I don't live anywhere where I can test that out, so at least I don't have to worry about it. Dang it. Fine, we'll just fight it then. Get it! They're fighting each other with water rings. Retreat! Yeah, we can't test with them. I mean, we can't get our information and stuff on them if they're not strong enough to fight. And we're ready. Yeah, so we're waiting for a space-time rift, all the while updating our stuff. This might be a glorious opportunity. Roll out. Oh, I could have just fed it. There's just these rifts that show up. Allows you to catch some Pokemon that you couldn't normally. One such example is, what is it called? Porygon. Apparently he didn't like that one. Funny thing is, I think it's kind of cool. You can see them. Oh, there's food right there. They're like, huh? Ah. Yeah, I've heard there's some Pokemon names that aren't quite allowed in other regions. Like Arceus isn't allowed in some region because it sounds like ass. Where is it? Been waiting for that. We ride. Been waiting for like 3 Pokemon streams for this to show up. Yeah, we need 1 Magnemite. Avoid the Dusclops. Yeah, I don't remember which region that was. What does it do? Alright, Magnemite. One of my favorite mons, so I'm hoping it shows up soon. Or at the very least, one of my favorite steel types. I believe I have a Duskull. I believe I have that too. Got a Piplup. I'm assuming I have most of these ones if they show up as a full picture. I'm gonna have to find a either gonna have to find this one, or I'm going to have to get another Reaper cloth. Oh, wrong one. Ah. Do you have rollouts, Feel? No, he does not. I tend to be all attack all the time, so. Try and sneak up on his guy. Fool! He decided to foolishly take a nap. Kind of sounded like I almost tried to be Aku from Samurai Jack. Foolish samurai warrior. I don't pull off that voice very well. By the way, that is one of my favorite bad guys. Okay, does this one have charge beam or ice beam? Wrong one. Charge beam does not have ice beam. So we got one. Oh, if you ever get the opportunity to watch Samurai Jack, definitely suggest you watch Samurai Jack. That show was awesome. Still is awesome. Even so, they actually came back and did like a final like season or two, I think. And it was goated all the way to the end. They did another, the guy that made it did another show, Primal, which is like a prehistoric TV show where caveman exists alongside dinosaurs and Vikings and other things, which was also kind of cool, but I also haven't watched it. I think the most of what I know about it is there was a episode where there is a Apatosaurus, no, it's a Brachiosaurus, that ate like a fungus or something that was contaminated, and it turned into a giant evil zombie Brachiosaurus and proceeded to kill its entire herd and then try and kill everything else until it fell into a volcano. I think the guy that made it is like Tragovsky or something like that. Pretty good animator, pretty good storyteller. I think it would have been like early 2000s, I think. Definitely before 2010, I want to say. I want to say that was about the time that Ben 10 came, which is a show that I kind of sort of watched for a little bit as well. In case it was unaware, I watched Cartoon Network a lot. Ah. Yeah, for the American version of it, they tended to show a whole bunch of anime at that time. Oh. All right, we're on the lookout. Steel your nerves, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's right here. Get him! Look at him. He's a little guy. Shit. So, in the Pokemon anime, they've shown it a few times that ancient Pokemon can survive to modern day without having been brought back. I think it'd be kind of cool if they had, like, a ancient Pokemon. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ancient Pokemon. game. Oh, my word. By the way, there's Flareon. You know what I would like to find? I would like to find a shiny in this rift. I've yet to find a shiny in one of these rifts. Dubious disc. Oh, it's a skunk tank. Ah! But yeah, apparently you can find them here. So I'm gonna make a theory. I think Nintendo and Game Freak is gonna come out with another Pokemon game this year that is a remake of one of the older games. I don't know what that game is going to be. I've heard rumors. Well, yeah, if I don't know what the Pokemon game will be. I've heard rumors that it would be Black and White next. I've heard rumors that it could be the originals remade again. But I think there is going to be another Pokemon remake by the end of this year, because I find it highly unlikely that they're not going to have any game for the 30th anniversary. It just seems unusual to me. And it being the 30th anniversary is one of the reasons that I'm giving it more credit, that it's probably going to be the original games that are remade in some way. I wish there was more items. Give me things! Like I spawned in and were immediately mad. Like I said, I'm thinking there's probably going to be a remake of the original. I mean, so as far as I know, I think they have 2 remake. Well, no. As far as I know, they have 1 remake of the original. And that one is Fire Red and Leaf Green. Please ignore the fact that the original Pokemon games released in America were Red and Blue. The reason that is the case is they thought that green wouldn't sell as well in the United States for whatever reason, so they chose red instead. Why that is, I don't know. And then next would be Leaf Green and Fire Red, which I believe they recently released on Switch, which is like an expanded version where they actually have the Orange Islands. And then, because I was going to say that I thought Eevee and Pikachu, Let's Go, were remakes, but then I'm all like, those are remakes of Yellow, not of Red and Blue. It's just me thinking that they're not going to not do anything for the 30th. I realistically couldn't see them not doing that. They gonna do something. Whatever it is, I'm not sure. Although, I think you should be good. Because Black and White, I think out of all of the Pokemon games, has the most comprehensive story. And it's always good to play the original first. They might change some stuff. Like, one thing that I heard that they changed for their remake of Diamond and Pearl was, I think they got rid of experience share and just had it on by automatic. Isn't any stretch of the imagination to say that the older games were harder than the newer ones. In much of the representation of my favorite starter, throwing my head at enemies, I can remember throwing my head at a few enemies several times in the Pokemon games. Oh, nice. Now, the all-important question. What is your favorite Pokemon game so far? Because I know I got my favorite. I still need to get those games. I'm hesitant to get them because I'm very skeptical of digital games. Call me a physical... I mean, call me old-fashioned, but... Actually, real talk, though. I feel like having a physical copy is far more superior, because let's say you get it as a gift for somebody, it feels a lot better to actually give them a gift than just give them a code. As for myself, I would say my favorite is the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, I don't know where that ball was going. Ow! Yep. I will definitely say that digital has a convenience to it. I will say, even with my musical devices, I'm all like, if I buy this and they just suddenly decide, oh, you don't actually own that now. It's all like, well, that sucks. The next... Okay, so... The next one would be... If you started with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the next one would be... Oh, wait. If you started with Leaf Green and Fire Red, it would be Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I'm just going to let you know this now. Both of those games are very expensive. I want to say they are one of the more expensive of the Pokemon games. I think I filled out Artillery already, didn't I? Yeah, so when I'm done with that, I can just move it over. Sealed one. Well, the reason that Soul Silver and Heart Gold are expensive is because they came with a little pedometer. I think I said that right. One of those things that you throw in your pocket and you can walk around and it'll update numbers and stuff. And you could use that to find Pokemon. Well, if you put you... Yeah, one of those. Yeah, so you just throw it in your pocket or clip it to your belt, and you could take it with you, and while you had a Pokemon in there, they would actually find stuff and give it to you. I actually have one. I'm probably dead by now, though. I always find that interesting, the links that Nintendo will go through to keep people active. Every other video game company, how do we increase the graphics of this game? Pokemon Company, how do we get people outside? $300, I think that is. Actually, I think the European... Okay. Not... The Euro... Would it be Euro or Lira? My simple brain, I'm not sure. If I remember correctly, I believe that symbol means that your currency is more expensive than mine. If I remember correctly. Because I think I remember buying something and it ended up being more than I thought it was. Okay, that was... I wasn't sure. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Oh, shit! I want to say the thing I was looking at was like $300, and it would have costed like $45 more to get the thing I was looking at. At the time I was looking at it. Holy crap, I can't believe I remembered that nearly to the number. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think the thing I was looking at was, I think the thing I was looking at was model art. I can't quite remember whose model art it was I was looking at, but I remember it was one of the big ones. Woohoo! I don't know why I got those two confused. Ah. But yeah, this model here will probably be the model I use for a while, just because I really liked it. By the way, in case you didn't see it though, I'm getting frozen. Shit. I've got magenta hair now. I actually really like how the tail moves. It also means that I can move my character to the corner of the screen. You want me to move myself all the way out? I am unfortunately sideways though. It's so flowy. It's like a shampoo commercial. It also gave me some ideas for later, so. Oh, that'd be awesome. I guess you could say it's kind of a look of things to come. The general color palette will largely stay the same. The only thing is, I'm thinking about adding the fancy S that I have on my head now as a modification. Although something that I thought might be kind of cool, but I wasn't able to do it with the model, was if I could make the top blue, make the middle like half blue, half magenta, and then make the lower full magenta. So it's like a gradient. Yep, I've caught a Silo. You know what I got to thinking might be a cool Pokemon, but I don't know if they'd ever do it or not. Have you ever seen a leopard seal before? I would love to see a leopard seal Pokemon. I think that would be kind of a cool one. The only thing is, they're kind of vicious, although they've made Pokemon out of lions and stuff, so... I feel like that would be a great starter Pokemon, for whatever reason. I also feel like that would probably make an awesome VTuber, if I'm going to be honest. Because I do see a lot of harbor seals and stuff. Although another Pokemon that might be just as cool would be, another VTuber idea that might be just as cool would be, Basilosaurus. Which, contrary to how it sounds, is not a dinosaur. Yeah, Basilosaurus is kind of like the killer whale of its day, but it was related to baleen whales. They called it that because it had these ginormous teeth. You know, what's interesting about you being a slime, though, you can technically make your character look like anything. You could be a slime Ceratops. The reason I said that is I had an idea once before of making myself a nanite slime, and then I could just make myself look like anything. And you know the best part about that, though? You could make the frill look like a crown. What can I say? All hail to the king. Release this one because we already completed Octillery. I want to say Dusk Skull was the next. I guess Darpion would have been the next. Oh, I mean, good news. I could just go catch one. Write that down. Write that down. But yeah, I had the idea of making my model of black slime made of nanites, and then I could just change the look whenever the idea came to my mind. I am a person of many random ideas. Okay, I'm surrounded by... Well, the thing we're after is surrounded by scorpions. I figured I'd go after the boss. So, like, I had a thought. The other idea is if you really like the one that he presented you with, well, they presented you with, you could go ahead and go with that one for now and then modify it later. I recently got the sketch back for mine, and, well, I think earlier this year, and I was only just now came up with the idea for the fancy S, so when I go to get the ref sheet made, I think I'll have it added. Okay. Ah. If I remember correctly, this one is part poison, part dark. Yep. I mean, that's what I went with this one. I just came up with my own, as close as I could to the original idea. Hence why it's a lady. Research and development thought it a good idea to turn the Stingraptor into a girl. I'm unbothered by this prospect. or if maybe you wanted the look of it. You know, I don't know if you've seen those, like, coats that people sometimes wear that have the really high collars. Could always make a, give it a design of a coat that gives it the frill look. The only one that's coming to mind right now is Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! But I know that that's not exactly what I'm thinking of because that one's not as big around. It just has the big collar in the front. Serapion. Most illuminating. Ah, I gotcha. I think I had an idea for adding a bit to a future model that I have on my person most of the time as like a subtle hint that if I'm at a convention or something, people could be like, he's got an interesting thing. I wonder if that's who I think it is. I have a pair of sunglasses that have the Spitfire design on the side. The teeth and eyes they used to paint on planes. I thought that might be a cool idea, but then I realized all the glasses they have are usually don't have the part that goes over the ears, so I didn't think it'd work. Okay, Cielo. Liquidation. Oh. So I had an idea of an actual article of clothing that I could add to my model that when I'm at a convention, someone could be all like, oh, could that be that guy? I have a pair of sunglasses that have the Spitfire on the side. Kind of like they used to paint on the side of planes to make them look more impressive with the teeth and the eyes. But most of them don't have the ear thing, the thing that holds up with the ears, so at least when it comes to VTubers, so I don't think that works. I found out I could go feed them, which will give me more information, so we're just gonna go over there. Seemed like the simplest idea. Again, I'll never get over it. The little acknowledgement is like, oh, food. my best attempt at a seal. These guys are getting well fed. Eat the food. Got it. And we didn't really have to fight anyone. Blissfully unawares. Yeah, none of the moves are particularly strong. Yeah, I figure most of them probably have thick fat. Ow! Oh, he's happy about that. Okay. Back to base camp. We'll go ahead and swap our Mon out, because I think I have a Walren. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Walren do not have. We're close to it, though. And release this one. And I don't need this. Now, before we continue, I shall be right back. Don't go nowhere, I shall return, and we will continue hunting Pokemon. Bye back. We're back. Sorry about that. Anyways. Also now drinking. Alright, let's see. Ice Beam, Blizzard, Strong, and Times I've Stunned it. Don't need to do that. As long as it's got Blizzard and Ice. This one basically has the same moves the last one did. Don't know what it was, but I messed up my wrist yesterday. Because it hurt something fierce today. Fight it! Positively frigid. I don't know why, but I always felt interesting that Tangela wasn't part poison. Defeated. And the Skeeties are scooting. Pure plant, I think. Let me bring it up. Yep, pure grass. My tail is right at it. I remember it being one of the few that was pure. Because most of them were like part poison most of the time. Like, I had an argument a while ago because somebody thought that Bulbasaur was pure grass. I was like, no, it's part poison. I'm fully aware this ain't going to do shit. Getting ever so close. We just need one more. So 2 more blizzards. This one, I think we'll be done with Warren. I said with this one, I think we'll be done with Warren. Just kidding. Yeah, so Growlithe. Nice little guy. I do recall getting him. There he is. Level 60. Holy crap. Oh, he ready. Cross poison. Venoshock. Times have seen a strong move. Fire Fang. At times have given it food. Good news is probably strong enough to have that move. Veilstone Cape. Yeah, so we're gonna go up there and try and do a little bit on Arcane. I mean, on Growlithe. All the while working on Durapia. Venoshock crossplate. Be ready to steamroll practically anything we come across. Leave the muck crow alone. I don't see any reason why we can't just catch that. Hurgly. Ow. Haha. Should give a good target. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any that I could feed. Trying to remember, do bugs have a strong resistance to poison? I guess we'll find out. I didn't take it out. Ow. Give him a big old chomp. And considering we need him to fight too, I'm willing to bet that it's probably not going to spawn when it's raining, because it is fire. I don't know how you evolve it. I'm willing to bet that I'm probably not going to get the other one until the rain passes, at least. And of course, turns around right when I get there. Alright, I hope you have a good rest. I'll probably be going for another hour or so. And I'm very happy you stopped by. Happy I could help with your design just a little bit. I think Purloin's next. Ah, nice. Purloin. Play rough and double wedge. See you. Catch you later. Take care. One of them we could get from evolving it. Yeah, most of it involves defeating it. We can't find one. Might have to fall back on the old strategy, leave and come back. How much money we got? Maybe we can get the fridge finally. Sir, I would like your finest Frigidaires. No. No, no. Shame. Okay, we're going to the mass. Let me check. Yeah, it's stormy there. So we're going to go to the mass outbreak. We might get lucky and find what we're looking for. Okay. Should be getting close. It's Sudabudo. Oh, he running. It's a big ass Rosenrad. I don't see anything. Is it on the side of the mountain? Not on the side of the mountain. Well, I ain't got time to look around, so. So many bears. Sluggoos. more. I'm trying to make sure that I'm going the right direction. Ow! Whoa! For damn it is ass kick o'clock. Excuse me. More licky tongues. No! And so I looked up them all, didn't get all of them though. Yeah, I'm not sure what the last one is. No! I never figured out what the last one was. I think it was because it was glitched slightly. Sorry about that. I had to cough. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Another mass outbreak. We're gonna risk it again just because I want to see if it shows up. Because we've had luck finding Growlithe in those before. Gibble. The heck are you guys doing here? I broke my foot. Whoa. We already have one, but okay, we got another shiny. I found a golem. Another set of Obama snow. Another Obama snow. Whoa! 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 Look at him! He's so cute! He's mint green colored. Yay! We caught him mint green Rowlet. He's my buddy, and I'm going to call him Francis. There's a bunch of Heracross. No! Also, I found the ones that the person reported. That's awesome, though. We got a Rowlet. Now, unlike normal, I am not going to get rid of the previous one because that was the one we started with, but look at him! His mint green tuxedo. Also, we have another Ponyta. Perfect. It's interesting. We have gotten two that are copies. We've gotten one gold Geodude, and we gotten one blue Ponyta. And then a couple random ones just for spares. So I'll be working on evolving him in a while. but I did not expect to get that. Now, if only I could get one in one of the rifts, because I've heard that they are possible in there, but I have yet to see one. I feel like as though I have been bullshitted or perhaps even bamboozled, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we're not going to work on evolving him yet. It's currently stormy, so unfortunately we can't go there right now. I might go take a nap. Would be interesting if they had a Pokemon that was only available after playing the game for a certain amount of time. It's like, you could speed run all the way through the Elite Four and stuff like that, but I'm all like, what if they had one that was only available after playing for like 20 hours or something like that? Still stormy. We have a torrential chance of rain. I hope you are ready to handle inclement weather. Prepare thy buttocks. Been collecting stuff pretty readily. I'm gonna sell me a bunch of stuff. Because I ain't done it in a while. Maybe we might be able to get close to what we're looking for the fridge. Yeah, the fridge is accessible now. I'll take it. Yeah, maybe next. So I think we can complete this Path of Solitude, and we can start working on a bunch of other ones. All right. Our refrigerator. I think this is also the first time I've seen a refrigerator that had side-by-sides, but then had like a freezer and a drawer? Not sure. Yeah, level 70 or higher, I'd suggest. Okay, so we finally have Fridge Tom. Only problem is not high enough up. So maybe finish out the day working on getting him to 75. 75 is what it suggests. We are agonizingly close. Whoa! Whoa! We're going after a lot of these mass outbreaks because I'm trying to get a hold of a group of Growliths I can feed. Settle up! Fly away. Oh, that's a lot of birds. And now all of them are mad. Joke's on them, because I'm faster. Kind of wish I didn't have to keep checking the map. Now, next of all of them are all way down here, so we'll just... Mime Jr. really didn't like me. It's Pikachu and Raichu. Kind of looked like they were trying to jump up to get me. Make sure it didn't have a shiny amongst it. There goes an Abra. He just poofed out of existence. Paris! Ah, They're angry at me, I forgot. This one didn't have as many. And so far, no luck. And Floatzel and Weasel and the like. That was weird. Return! Hopefully there's some more mass outbreaks somewhere. Nice, another one. Another. Give me all the mass outbreaks. I like finding exceptionally rare. Yeah, your life has been spent in pursuit of archaeological relics. There's a bunch of bears over there. Hi! Bolt through the trees! Well, there's a bunch of koalas. Again, none too happy to see me. I feel like I look at the map too much. I know it probably wouldn't make sense for the age, but a mini map would be lovely. It's like what I find. Another one that we have already. All right, mustard colored. Another mustard colored Lickitung. Scorpies. Bidoo. I guess it'd be Badoo, because Bidoo is... No, Badoo. Never mind. I just say things weird. I'm hoping I have time to get to all of them. It landed in a shit ton of Hippowdon. Hippowdon and Hippopotamus. Oh, shit. Brasilia. Full steam ahead. We can make it if we try. Bronzong. Okay, found everything. got one more shiny because of it. What did I pick up? A mud ball. How many dang lickitungs am I gonna get? So that is my line of... All of these are copies. We have one more. He's right here, though. We got these two, and then we got these two. We've got 3 of them that are shinies, but I already got them. I wasn't looking at the bed. We've got one mon. 61. And there you go. I want to say this particular game is one that I've caught the most shinies in. Something that was in an older Pokemon game that I actually really enjoyed, and I kind of wish they'd bring it back, was the random trade. So you could go on and trade a Pokemon, you just throw a random one in, and you get a random one. I think I remember getting a shiny, and I did that. I don't know if I think I got a shiny through that method too. I think it was one that maybe they just didn't like the nature of. Since I just a sneaky casual, I didn't care about natures. Magbees? Actually, before we move, good news, I can just kind of throw it whenever one picks one up. And then I can just catch one when we're done. Work smarter, not harder. Catch without being spotted. As long as I ain't seen, then it doesn't really matter if I get the surprise hit on them or not. I don't know where the other ones went. They ran off over the hill. Oh yeah, I think we definitely got it. We fly! Well, I think because of that fact, I think we are guaranteed that we ain't getting the mission. I mean, we ain't gonna find anything else. Dusk Noir! It should be just out in the water. Out into the briny deep we go. Finion. Full speed ahead. You guys are far from the ocean. And Piplup in the lake. I should be able to get to all of them, actually. I'm surprised, considering how long I took at the one spot. Psyduck! And more Piplup. By the way, Torterra is the most overpowered unit of starters, by the way. At least in comparison to the others that came out in the same time frame, considering it was strong against both of its contemporaries. It wasn't weak to fire like other plants are because it's part ground. And it was strong against steel, which made it powerful against Empoleon. Alright, so we have discovered everything on the map. Still didn't find what I was looking for, though. Oh, we can go upgrade our numbers again. I think I have a Magmar, so I don't think I need to keep these ones. And they're all Magbees. Stunning observations. And we didn't even have to fight with him. And we'll rest for a little bit. Maybe the rain will be done by then. No, it's not. Did we? I don't. Nah, I guess we didn't catch a Magmar. Catching a just really strong Magmar would be better option, so. Oh, wait, we already got one. Okay, so all we got to do is find a good Magmar, and we can get Magmortar. And that means we'll be practically... Oh, I guess we're not all that close to being done. But we can go work on that real quick. Full speed out into the water. Jump over the balloon. Whee! Rainstorm's clearing up. God, I wish I'd have a rainstorm. That sounds delightful. But I'm hoping when the storm clears up, there'll be the sun out. Maybe we can find the Pokemon we're looking for. Apparently I disturbed that Tentacool's sensibility or whatever. Whee! Alright, we are on the lookout for Magmar. Come on, turn around. That is one caught Magmar. Am I sure I don't have Magmar? Most illuminating. I'm wondering if maybe I confused it thinking that I didn't have an evolution of it. For whatever reason, I always forget Magmar does. Oh, I got one right there. Oh, that's a boss one. Okay, so get rid of it. Magmortar. Probably should have kept him out, actually. We're just gonna evolve it now so I don't have to do it later. It is a strange electronic device. But we're not going to level this one up yet. I mean, work on this one's dex yet. We got it set up, then we'll just swap it out when it's time. And that one only goes up to 4. Apparently likes beans. Kinda wish it would stop raining. What you say? Kinda sound to me like you say some weird ass shit. It's weird ass shit enough to make my freaking web page lag. Yes. So, will we have storms or will we have sun? We'll have shit weather. So we're gonna go back out and then head back and then go back out because I want to at least check it once. Okay. Mass outbreak. Still a storm. I guess it would make sense to go there and then come back to the spot specifically, which forces the weather to switch. It heard me talk about liking weather earlier. So like, oh, I heard you like weather. Allow me to give you some. You like weather, do you? It would be a shame there was weather. Yeah, this time when I go back, I'm going to try and sleep. And try and force it to change the weather. Still storms. We'll try taking a nap. Shoes back on. Still got mass outbreaks. We've apparently reached stormy weather. Oh, it's Pichu. Got some seals. Not Infernape. Monfoon. Zubat, I'm gonna guess. Pichu! Pichu's pissed. Oh, it's those guys. Crobat. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that a Crobat that's not raised, because usually it evolves via friendship, a Crobat that is that way in nature probably isn't all that friendly. And finish exploring the area, and then I'll probably call it for the day. Is a bunch of Geodudes. Geodudes. Hi, Burb. How are you today? Hopefully having a good day. Yeah, we're slowly making our way around the Pokemon world looking for, Growlithe, I believe. I'm doing well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on for very much longer, but... I was hoping I'd find the one before, Growlithe. I was checking the mass outbreaks. And not finding. Maybe. Yay, it's sunny. Now, I don't know if this is going to guarantee a catch or not. Well, find, but, I feel like it has a better chance of spawning in the sunlight. Because it is a fire type, but it also is a rock type. Mainly because the only reason I'm going to find them is because I need to feed them. We're trying to complete the Pokedex. There's a Pikachu down there. Windbreak Stand and Veilstone Cape. And we're at Windbreak right now. Yeah, somewhere around here, I guess. Or rather, it seems like it's from here all the way to the end of the little isthmus over there. You scan the place. That's the thing. I only need to find it. I don't need to catch it. I might catch it, but I already have one, so... It's just a piece of wood. Why is it raining? We ain't found shit. I didn't think that was going to do anything, but I thought it might help. Might give it once more. Storming there, but we got a mass outbreak here. Sometimes they spawn in. I've been lucky. I believe that's where I got the one that I have currently. But I think I am probably going to call it after I'm done looking at all these. An angry, very angry Bronzong. It's so dark. Look at tongue. Got some rye horns. Ooh. Oh, look at him! Okay, I'm not gonna cause you any trouble. You can just calm down. Calm yourself. Okay, turn this flame off. Dang it. I got stuck on a tree. Nope. I have the old-fashioned favorite, brute force and ignorance. Got it. We'll see if it works. Haha! Shiny Quilava. That is a first, by the way. So that makes 2 starters. Because earlier I got a mint colored Rowlet. We will be calling it quits after this, though. Tiny little Roombas. I'm not the only one that sees Swinub and thinks Roomba, right? Furry little vacuum cleaners. Qualavas again. Oh, there's a person here. I think we have somebody we can end this off with. Hello, lady. Looking for you, actually. I wonder if my fridge Pokemon will do well. This is the first test of strength for him. Dang. Well, I felt like that would have went better if the game just didn't decide, oh, you get hit with it twice. I'd say that's my biggest gripe about this game, is not turn-based. Especially when the opponent team gets to go twice when you haven't even done anything to warrant it. But yeah, one gripe. She poofed. I like how unbothered he is by this information. Oh, shit. Ah! That was dangerous. You spawned in and I was surrounded by hippos. That's horrifying. I'm firmly convinced that the fridge would have worked well had it not been for the game letting her attack twice. Wait, she did use agile stat, didn't she? Okay, so maybe she did warrant it. Never mind. I can show you. Where'd he go? There he is. All right. Well, we got the aforementioned Quilava. But we got shiny Rowlet. Shiny Beautifly. Shiny Golem. Shiny Geodude. Shiny Licky Licky. You can almost not see his little Wi-Fi signal. Shiny Lickitung. This is the one that the game just lets you catch. This is the shiny Rapidash. And I got a Ponyta. Shiny P-Barrel. Shiny Gengar. You almost can't tell. You mainly tell when he opens his mouth. Shiny Sneasel from this area. And that is it. And we just got this one. But yeah, that is gonna do it for today, though. As I've got some stuff to do. I'm going to find someone to raid out into. I'm hoping I can get a shiny fossil at some point. That's why I keep hoping that I see a shiny in one of the rifts. I haven't had much luck yet. I haven't seen a shiny in a rift yet. All of these were caught mass outbreaks. Yep. Sometimes just getting those to spawn in is pain. Yep. I'll be playing this game again next Thursday, so I got other games to play first. But we are going to raid out. I think I know who we're going to raid out into. Let me just check for verification. I always want to make sure before I raid out, because sometimes it doesn't work. We are going to raid into Mago the Stego. She is playing Dark Souls. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow because we are going to be building Legos. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care. See you next time. Have a fantastic rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.